Hey friends, happy Friday. We made it. Woohoo! Can I get a weekend party going in the comments? Um, and I'm just going to let you guys hang for just a moment because, of course, 10 seconds before my video went off, so did my phone. So I'm going to get my overhead camera going. But in the meantime, tell me where you are watching from and say hi in the comments, and just talk amongst yourselves while I fix my overhead cam. Oops, I don't really want you guys to watch that, but okay, let's see if I've got it. I don't know why, it's the second time already that it's popped off. Okay, get it there. Okay, doke. Sorry about that. Let me check and make sure. Well, I'll fix it when I get there. Okay, let's take two. So if you are on the live, welcome. If you're on the replay at a later date, thank you so much for watching the replay. My name is Robin, and I'm with Robin's Egg Glue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Chat Couture. So again, once you hop on the live or the replay, say hi in the comments, tell me where you are watching from. And I am live in 2 locations this evening. I'm live on Facebook and YouTube. And just a word of warning, of course, if Facebook is being wonky, you may not hear this, but I am always live on YouTube. So if things start getting wonky there, or like it's happened to 2 of my videos in the last week where I was live on Facebook, but the replay is not available. So if you know I went live, but you can't get the replay to work on Facebook, just know that it's usually always also on YouTube, and you can go and watch it there. And I say that I'm live in 2 locations, but just give you a word of warning. Also, if you hear me refer to comments that aren't in your feed, that person may be viewing on the second platform. Hopefully I didn't just confuse the heck out of you. And as always, if you like this video and think others should see it, or you just want to help out my channel, hit that heart button, hit the like button, and as always, feel free to spread the craft love around Facebook and YouTube, and then tag your crafty friends and invite them to watch along with you. Okay, I think I've passed that hurdle. If my phone disconnects again, we'll have to fix it, but let's go to my comments. Oops. See that Jason is watching from the other side of the door. He says, happy Friday. So with that, while my camera is still connected, let's go ahead and flip and let's get started on tonight's project. I'm super excited. So I purchased these. I had a lot of these. I had purchased these last year, not all of them, but I had purchased 4 sets last year. And I just have a thing, I think it goes back to my childhood. We always had a paper articulated skeleton hanging on our front door. I think his name was Hector, if I remember correctly. So I just, articulated skeletons are just one of my things. Not creepy skeletons, but whimsical skeletons. So this is a cute little articulated skeleton from Dollar Tree. They are slightly thin, so I usually like to heft a lot of the things up from Dollar Tree by, let's just use his feet, by gluing the 2 pieces together. So these are connected by little jump rings. So I like to disconnect. I just took those jump rings apart. So we're going to make a cute little beaded garland. And one of the ends will be these wood skeletons. The other end will be a fabric garland. I'm just figuring out where to put these jump rings. I need to get a color tray. Because I will need them again. Actually, I'll just put them in here. So I'm just going to, and when you take a jump ring apart, I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. I have pulled it apart this way, not this way. So don't pull the each end away from each other vertically. Kind of pull them apart. I don't even know if that's the right term, but pull the ends away from each other, forward to backward, not end from end. Because then what you're going to do is weaken this point at the bottom of the ring. So I'm just going to take off a few of these for now. I will probably have to borrow some because in Robin fashion, when I took these apart last year for the ones that I already have mostly done, I've managed to misplace all of the rings from 2 sets. So we may have to reuse. We may have to take this guy apart a little more. How did I get I was like, how did the arm come apart? It was already half apart. Okay. So I just take these apart, and then with a little bit of wood glue, and I have a bunch of these little wonder clips, but you can also use small binder clips. I just glue the 2 pieces together. And it actually, I know this is from the same skeleton, but typically you should take 2 packages apart because you'll need a second body. But I'm just, for demonstration purposes, just showing you this. So you're just going to add a little bit of wood glue. I prefer Tight Bond, the quick and thick, but I'm trying to get rid of, I have a ton of Gorilla Glue that people gave me at a class I taught. They bought it and it wasn't as good as wood Tight Bond, so they just left it with me. I'm just trying to use up my stash, so I just put a decent amount of glue on one leg, and then just I kind of rub it around to get that glue to move to the edges. Kind of wipe some of it off, and then I just take these little, actually that's not going to work because the holes aren't going to line up. Or maybe, yeah, it will. Never mind. Make sure your holes are slightly lined up. And I'm just going to clip around, kind of wipe off any glue that seeps out. And I'm just going to let the glue dry after I get it clipped. You can get these in most places that sell fabric. You can get them on Amazon. They're mainly for quilting, but I think they're called Wonder Clips. So I just have his leg glued together, so it makes it a lot thicker. So here is the arm piece, and then here is the two pieces glued together. So you can see it makes a big difference. And it's going to make him a lot more sturdy. It's going to make him a little more resistant to warping. That's just kind of why I like to beef up the wood. Okay, so after we get our two pieces glued together, you end up with, let me put these away. Where can I put them away where they're not in the way? You end up with this. So this is two body parts glued together. Hey, Miss Margie. Long time no see. It's been a while. So then I have my two skeleton heads put together. And then I have my 2 feet per skeleton. I have 2 hands. And so to make them easier to paint, how are you doing, ma'am? This is not ink. This is just white chalk paste that I put in an extra container. Let's get a paper towel out. So to paint these easily, I just I use one of these little ink daubers, or you can use some makeup sponges. And I just dip into my paint. Margie says, good, almost September's over. You've been busy with work. I can't believe September's almost over. I feel like I just flipped the calendar to September yesterday, and now next week is October. It's crazy. So I just have a little bit of white paint on this little ink dauber, and I just kind of press it in. I make a mess if I use a paintbrush on little things like this. So these little daubers or makeup sponges make it a little easier to paint. And you don't get it all over the sides. You get a little bit, but you don't get like a whole big old mess. Okay, so those 2 legs are painted. I have everything else painted. And so then probably should have had one put together already, but I was kind of banking on the fact that I would find those missing legs or wings. But I also brought out, I have a whole box of jewelry findings, so if we need to, I can borrow from here. So I don't have to take that other one apart. And I could have been too organized, and I could have put them in here. I highly doubt it, but I don't think I'm that organized. But I surprise myself sometimes. Nope, I don't see them in here. So I'm going to see if these, I believe these are like 9mm jump rings, and they're super heavy duty. So this guy isn't coming apart. Actually, let's use the gunmetal ones. I think these are 9mm. They're heavy gauge jump rings, but they may not be 9mm. I may have lied to you. Let's make sure that they're going to work before I get all of them out. So I'm just going to put this guy back together. So we're going to start with, hopefully this may not work. These may not be big enough. I just, for the life of me, don't know what I did with those other rings. So again, you've got your, I always like to use 2 pair of pliers. So you've got your jump ring. The opening is right there on top. And I'm going to push this second pair. I'm going to push my right hand towards me and my left hand away from me. And I'm going to open it up like that. Let's see. I'm going to open it like that. So you put the ends away from each other, but not, you don't want to go like this. You want to go like this or this. Hopefully that makes sense. These may not be big enough. Nope. I am going to have to take that other one apart. Darn. It's going to take a lot of time. Poopy sticks. Well, so we're just going to have to borrow from one of the other ones. Well, I've got this one stuck on there. So I was saying I had some of these from last year. Took them apart to paint them. I got them glued. I never painted them, and I have no idea where their joining rings are. Those don't work. So I'm going to have to take this set apart, which is not terrible. So we have 2 of them here, 3 of them. So we'll go ahead and use those. So let's put that one in here. If you're just going to leave them single ply, I don't know if you necessarily have to take it apart, but because I joined, hey Miss Ashley, I joined 2 packages together. There. So I have the 2 pieces folded back on each other. Easier said than done. Okay, just getting this to where I can get a hold of it. So I'm going to put this guy back together as best as I can. Okay, so I've got the head bones connected to the neck bone. Kind of. Okay, I'm going to put the mat down so you guys don't have to hear me clanking my tools down. So we are using these little Dollar Tree skeletons, and I actually put, I take 2 and I glue the pieces together 2 by 2. So I go from like this single ply to this double ply. Makes them a lot thicker, makes them a little more weather resistant. And then I just painted them white with a little ink dauber, sponge dauber, or you could use a makeup sponge. So now I'm just taking this one apart because I need to borrow the rings because I managed to misplace the rings from the skeletons I took apart last year. So I need an arm bone, an upper arm bone, and a hand bone. Okay, so sorry, I don't mean for you guys to have to watch me do this, but it looks like that went there. But it's just kind of how I roll. So we're just putting them back together. So there's one of his arms. Look at the other arm connected. Look at his hand. Jason says he's never gotten to watch surgery before. You know, I'm no doctor, but I played one on TV. Or I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night. And this is much easier with 2 pair of pliers, preferably the needle nose type. Okay, so there's an arm connected. There's this other arm connected. So now I need to steal I just need to find those other rings so I can put these other ones together. I just think these are the cutest things ever. Okay, so let's get this guy in here. You could totally glitter him up. He'd be cute with some glitter. Maybe I'll have to dab some glitter Mod Podge on. I should have probably done that beforehand, but I won't do it on camera though. Okay. But you know what? I like these. It's because I have 2 layers together. It's making it a little bit more difficult. You could always even tie him with some like baker's twine, tie all of his joints together. That would be super cute. It's like these rings are awfully floppy over here, but it's because he's only 1 ply instead of 2 ply, but it works. I feel kind of sadistic, but taking him apart. So how's everyone's week been? Does anybody have any big weekend plans? I may still be here putting them together on Sunday. Get in there. 8 hours later. Come on. So we can fish that through. Nope. Golly, Molly. go. Don't lose it. Okay. Okay. Whew. I'm sweating. Maybe if I... There. That gives me a little more leverage. And mobility. Okay. Whew. You better be cute when I'm done. Okay. I need a leg bone. The leg bone's connected to the hip bone. So says, yeah, you better be. Sorry, I know you guys have better things to do than watch me reconnect skeleton pieces, but come on, Robin. Okay. Let's steal some more rings. A couple more. We're almost done. And then I was going to paint some beads, but I think I'm going to mix some wood beads with some bubblegum beads, and then get him done. And then once he's done, I can always disconnect the beads and repaint them, or we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, so I need a foot. Which way do they go? It's kind of hard to tell. Okay, they point out. I just needed to know which way the little legs pointed. These are so cute. So I don't know, Margie and Ashley, if you were on at the beginning, but I just have a thing for cute, not creepy, but cute articulated skeletons, because we always had a paper one on our door when I was little, and I think its name was Hector. I'll have to ask my mom. And so I've always just had this thing for whimsical articulated skeletons. And when I saw these at Dollar Tree last year, I about flipped out. Plus, I kind of got on a Dia de los Muertos kick last year, so I was gonna paint him white and put little florals on the crown for the little Dia de los Muertos flower crown, but I didn't get that far. You know, y'all know how I roll at about this point, where I buy more than I can craft with, and then I have a bajillion things half finished. And my goal this year has been to use up what I have. And then all these skeleton parts over here. Okay, 2 more pieces. Definitely a little bit more difficult when you've got 2 of them. You've got double the pieces, but it'll make him, he'll fare better doubled up than he would single ply. Okay, last one. And he'll be completely deconstructed as we build our other one. Bigger, stronger, faster. And if you're my age, you know what television show that came from. Here's his other leg. Uh-oh. Oh. Wait. Oh, those must go to him. I'm like, wait, I have extra bones. That goes to that guy. Okay. Oops. Okay, so now he's painted white. He's double the thickness. He's put back together. And now we'll work on the garland and the tassel. So I'm going to put these pieces back. I have extra bones, something you don't want here in the operating room, says Jason. So all told, he is, it's like, where did that head come from? So he is roughly, I'd say, almost 17 inches tall when he's all said and done. And he's super cute. Okay, so I'm going to add a bunch. I'm going to add some twine, more than I need. And we're going to double this up. So I'm going to put the loop through, hopefully through up here. I wonder if those would look cute hanging off his head. I might need to find a twisty tie to. Oh, I got it through. So I have my loop, and I'm just going to put the tails from the back. I'm going to make that little lark's head knot. And that's what's going to connect the beads on. So I pulled out some wood beads. I even have a cute little, I don't know if that would be cute on the end. Or maybe I can put it in between some beads. I have some of these little jack-o'-lantern jingle bells. I have some wood beads. I pulled out some bubblegum beads because this is my color palette. Some pinks, purples, oranges, and black and white. So I thought I'd pull out some of these. Oh, look at these disco ball pink ones. I think we're just going to make a mismatch of this purple doesn't quite match, but I'm going to use it anyway. And again, you know me, this time of year, it's the only time I'll bust out some purple. I think these are Hobby Lobby beads. I don't know about that one. A couple white ones. I think I'll just use 3. And then I've got some fancy. I'll get out some of these little pearl ones. I think. I also have some smaller white disco balls or beads. we'll use a couple of these. Of course, I need to be careful because I doubt some of these may not go through my twine. I forgot about that. But I do have, if I need to make the bead rolls thicker, then these are some fancy beads. These may not work. Kind of like those silver ones. I don't know if I'll get those to work though. I don't know. Kind of just also like the thought of just plain painted beads. We'll see. Hello, Miss Angela. Welcome. She says good evening and happy Friday. Okie doke. So I guess I could paint a few beads real quick. So because we don't have any orange ones, so might as well go ahead and paint some orange beads. So this is the way I prefer to paint beads. I keep these little recycle package things, and then I use some skewers, and I think these are 20 millimeter beads, if I'm correct, if I remember correctly. And then I just have some apple barrel pumpkin orange. And then I have a paintbrush over here. So I just like to I just paint the beads, and I use the edges of this carton to kind of help hold the beads in place. So I go this way first and just slap a bunch of paint on. And all the while I'm pushing it up against that right edge of the carton. Oh, Angela, how wrong you are, but thank you. She says your crafting desk space is so much neater than mine. You don't see what's out beyond my crafting. This is just a space on my desk. But thank you. It's all a facade. Ashley says, neat idea on how to paint the beads. Angela, that's a great idea for painting wood beads. It's about the only way where I don't end up with orange paint all over my fingers. And this just kind of helps hold the beads. Like they're all getting pushed this way right now. And then that lets me get in here onto this end of the bead, and it kind of helps me be able to rotate the beads. And then I can flip the stick. So see, now I have my bare bead butts are this way. So now I can push this bead up against the right edge of the carton, and I can kind of spin it, and then I can get that bare bead butt painted. I'm going to create a new crafting term, bare bead butts. Okay, look at this next row. They do dry nicely. Angela gave me the laughing emoji. And so I just kind of spread them out a little bit there, and they'll dry. Jason says bear bead butts. Someone just got demonetized. Probably. Angela says she's pulling an egg carton out of your recycling bin. That will work great too. Some people put them in like a Ziploc bag full of, with a couple drops of paint, and you can kind of shake it around, but that's just too messy for me. And, you know, then I think you end up wasting a lot of paint. And or you can use RIT dye. But this is about the easiest way for me. And I don't, yeah, I think if I were doing a lot of beads, I would pick a different way, but just to do a few beads at a time, it's pretty easy for me to do it this way. How about we say bare bead bottoms? Is that better? Because, you know, when I was growing up, B-U-T-T was a bad word. It wasn't a nice word, and you didn't use it. So bare bead bottoms, that's better. I just hope these other beads fit on my twine. They may not. I've tried drilling those bubblegum beads, and I think I've split a few. We'll see. Okay, so we'll let these dry a wee bit. There's a little bit of green on that one somehow, somewhere. Okay, we'll let those dry right over there. I'm going to put this back in. Because I'm cheap, I'm frugal. Even though I do buy way too many craft supplies, I try to be frugal when I can. Okay, so let's throw that away before I end up wearing all of it. Let's work on our tassel. So the color scheme, let me get some of this out of my way, is kind of this pink, orange, and black. So that's what I pulled out. So I have a pink bandana, an orange bandana, which bandanas are my favorites. And I've discovered why. It's because they have the same color way on both sides. There's no right and wrong side. Like this one is black, but then the inside is literally the wrong. It's white. So that's why I've decided I like bandanas. So I'm going to cut a little bit of this flannel. So I'm going to fold it. Oh, it was a lot. I'm going to try to get a decent piece. So I'm going to fold it this way. And then I'm going to fold it that way. And then I'm going to try to cheat and cut a few hunks this way if I can. My rotary cutter might not be. It's too dull. I was going to try to save time because I'm not for sure that this will tear So I guess we'll give it a whirl. That might surprise me. Okay, let's try to tear it. Since that obviously isn't going to work. So let's cut a little slit here. So I just cut 2 little slits. Ah, it does tear. I didn't think it would. Okay, so we'll put that away. I think that'll be enough. So this piece got a little carried away. I'm going to cut the selvage piece off and then cut those little lengths. This one's a little thicker than I would like, so we'll just cut that one in half. And we'll do the same to this. Ooh, but it leaves a lot of strings. Cut the selvage off there. And if you're new here, even though I sometimes promise to try to do short videos, they're always long. Oh, if you need to come and go, I won't be offended. I already have some purple here that I have had over the years. And also, if you're new here, Halloween is the only time you'll usually see me crafting with purple. That's too many strips, but that's okay. And then let's pull. So I also have this purple skeleton. We've got to get some of this black and white stripe. So I just cut a couple of little strips. We'll do one more. Ashley, your leopard pumpkin nails that you did the other day were gorgeous. Angela says she loves fall and Halloween. It's your favorite crafting season. I love Halloween as well. I do also love fall. I know I've asked this before, but for those of you that are on or those of you that are watching the replay, when you decorate for Halloween, do you like the spooky or do you like more of the cute whimsical? I'm a kind of a cute whimsical kind of decorator for Halloween. And then talking about fall, do you love pumpkin spice or do you leave pumpkin spice? Do you love it or leave it? I'm not a fan. I like pumpkin pie, but I don't like pumpkin spice. So when I have pumpkin pie, it needs to be made with all of the spices, except there's one in pumpkin spice that I just don't like. And I haven't figured out if it's the clove or the ginger or the allspice. Angela says, she's always been a Halloween girl. You like the whimsical. You love pumpkin anything. I love pumpkin. I just don't like the actual pumpkin spice. But give me pumpkin with cinnamon and I don't mind it. I love pumpkin pie, but it has to be, I don't necessarily like it with the actual pumpkin spice. Oh, that's a weird piece. Must have been in my dog bandana attempt. That's a weird piece of bandana, but we'll go with it. These will be little pieces. Angela said the pumpkin spice can be bitter. We'll just add a few of this one. Throw the rest away. Or not away, but off camera. Okay, we'll cut these in half and we should, oh, I just dropped my paintbrush that has orange paint all over it. Oh, phooey. I better pick it up before I step on it and then track orange apple barrel paint everywhere. Sorry. I'm a spicy disaster. Okay. I'll just use a piece of orange bandana to tie it all together. Okay. So to make, well, do I want to? I think I want to do this now. Well, we've got all that done. So now because I think I want to tie the tassel onto the, I don't want to make it separate, but we'll put all of that to the side. And let's see how many of these guys. I need to find a twisty tie. I'd like to say it's the hoarder in me, or the practical person in me, but it's truly the hoarder in me. I save all of these little twisty ties that come off of packaging. And especially when it comes to beads, it actually comes in handy. So I can kind of use it as a needle. I think these are fairly dry. With the wooden beads, it's not totally necessary. But I don't know if I'm going to get to use. I don't know how well these are going to work. Nope. Darn. Let's see if I can. I've got a little bead reamer here. I don't know if it's going to work to open up that hole a little bit. I've drilled them a few times, but sometimes they split on me. Bummer summer. And these aren't going to work. So, plan B. This would have been so cute. Especially these, since the disco theme is super popular. I think we'll just punt for now, and I will just use all of these wood beads. Bummer, because I don't know if any of these are going to work. I forget these are all small holes. Okay, well, let's just use these. Some of them are white, some of them are smaller. I wished I had some black ones. Probably have to get more out. won't make it very big because I'll probably have to take it apart. Ouch. So I can add black ones and purple ones, and let's use a smaller white. And then let's use one of these guys. And then we'll just reverse the pattern. You know, I'm symmetrical. But I don't have a big white one. Let me see if I can find a big white one. Probably not. Try to get it. Oh, there's one. Nope. Oh, yep. Ha, found one. I got lucky. So you probably can't see what I'm doing. So we'll add an orange one. And then, wished I had a black one, darn it. I don't think this one will work. See if I squish it really tight. This one will. Maybe. Nope. Ugh. Bummer, Summer. Oh well. We'll just keep going like this. Maybe I'll like it. For now I don't have a big white one. That one seems bigger than that one is bigger than the rest. We'll just leave it because I'll have to take it apart anyway. We'll just make it a little smaller. So now I can fix this. Okay, we'll just put a few more on and then we'll skip to our tassel. Then you can at least see my concept that I was going for. Sometimes these wood beads have plugged up holes. Okay. Angela, if you're still on, are you a Chuck Couture designer? Are you just a maker in general? Just curious. I'm just stringing these, and then we'll put one more orange one on. Let's put all these away. Get rid of. You're a crafter and jewelry maker. You don't have a channel? Well, you should get one, girl. Do you have a business Facebook page or anything that you would love to promote here? My friend Ashley, I don't know if she's still on, but she is a nail tech, does all of my fun nails. You sell your crafts and jewelry at local shops. So what part of the country are you in? Okay. don't really want to cut it because I'm going to eventually make it longer. So I'm just going to knot it for now, just loosely. So here's what our beads look like. And actually, that's not a terrible length. So I'm going to split these apart. Actually, I didn't need that other part. So then I'm just going to let's just take, so we'll just take our pieces of fabric and try to put wrong sides up, and I'm just going to kind of crisscross them randomly. Not really on Facebook much, but had an Etsy shop called Whimsical Poppy for jewelry for over 10 years up until recently. Cool. I have an Etsy shop. It's REB Creates Co. I think. I couldn't fit Robin's Egg Blue Creations, so I had to alter it just a little bit. I think I've had it for a couple years. I've literally only made 3 sales, but I also don't promote it very much. That's my own doing. You're from Indiana. We've been through Indiana once when we were on our way to Virginia. Beautiful countryside. Beautiful countryside. I don't like that piece. So I'm a rag fabric tassel person. I think I put fabric tassels on almost everything. I literally just, there's no rhyme or reason, no pattern. I just try not to put the same patterns twice. And the fuller the tassel, it's kind of like the bigger the hair, the closer to God. Oh, this would be the bigger the fuller the tassel, the closer to God kind of thing. These are thick. Oops. Dang bat. Did that the wrong way. Okay, we'll do a few more pieces. Don't necessarily have to use up every piece that we cut, but I think we'll do one more purple because I have a bunch of that. Maybe we'll put in some of this orange because I don't have a whole lot of it. I don't have any orange in here, do I? See? Your Etsy account is still active, but you've pulled your listings. Okay, so I'm just going to use my twine. And I'm going to pull it tight. And then I'm actually going to tie it into a big bow. Like I said, I'll probably end up taking it apart so I can add more beads. And I just kind of floof it out. And that's what we're left with. So here is our tassel with our little, let me go up front. Let me find my mouse. Let me put you on the front view and then you can see it. And it needs to be a little longer. Oh, there we go. There's our cute little articulated skeleton with our cute little bead tassel. And I'll add a few more beads, probably put some purple or maybe all orange. I don't know. Thanks, Angela. She says super cute. It'd look cuter if it were a little longer, but you know, you can hang it. It'd be cute hanging off of your mantle. If you have any big tall candlesticks. I think I'm going to glitter him up with some glitter Mod Podge. Angel said that tassel is fabulous. Thank you. They're kind of my thing. It's kind of how I like to do them. But he does end up, he is super cute. That's pretty much what I was going for. I just need a few more beads. Ashley says, so cute. Love the tassel. So I'll probably have these at the vendor show next week at the zoo. And then if there's any left over, they'll end up at Flipping Fabulous here in Salina or in Rustic in Ellsworth. Just real quick, I do want to remind you that Chalk Couture is offering $5 shipping for Perks members and designers only. Today is the last day. And if you do join as a Perks member, you can get the Etched Pine Tree and Star Bundle for free now through, is that 30th? Is that Monday? So you only have a few more days to take advantage of that. And here's what the tree looks like. You have a few more days to join the Club Couture program for the month to get that pumpkin pie transfer apron and ink. And then real quick, if you want to see, I have some, let me move him out of the way. I have some, oops, I lost a leg. I have to fix the leg. Oopsie. I have an amputee. Uh-oh, and now I just lost the ring. It landed somewhere in here. Oh, there it is. I have an amputee, so I'll have to fix him. I'm going to put it in here. Jason, help remember that ring is in here. Well, let me put the top-down camera again, and I want to show you. I've gotten a few things from the Christmas launch that happened on the 10th. If you do order anything, I will warn you, they are a little bit behind in shipping. Like I ordered this on the 13th, and I just now got it, but they are getting better. So this is a cute train silkscreen, super cute. And then there's a second transfer that has other train parts. But I also have the wooden train parts that go with it. So these hinge together. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces with this. And they do come, let me check my packing. They come, you can buy them separately each, or you can buy them together as a bundle. I also got this Merry Christmas. I'm going to do a cute little lighted canvas project with it, so be watching for that. But I don't think I'm going to start Christmas until after my event on the 5th. So I'm still hopefully going to do a few more fall projects, and then I'll probably move on to Christmas. And then I have the Club Couture transfer for next month, and it's super cute, but you can't see it until when? I might do a project with it on Monday, since that's typically monthly transfer Monday, but we'll have to see. But I have it. Here's the sneak peek. That's all you can see for now. Although I might give you the paste color. Ooh, that's sticky. And then speaking of paste, I also got Jolene It's the color of the month. It is sold out, but it is the prettiest kind of color shifting, kind of a burgundy color. On camera, it looks darker than it is, but it's a beautiful kind of cranberry color. And it has hints of, I mean, it's kind of holographic, but it isn't. But it is sold out for the month. It sold out last week or earlier this week. I was just going to see what the paste color was because I don't remember, but that's all you're going to get to see. Oh, it's so cute. So you've got camel. This might give you a hint. Camel, bark, and marvelous. So those are your three colors. Do you have any guesses? It's super cute. Super cute. So you'll have to come back next week and see what the club transfer is for October. Okie doke. Me and this guy, we have to go back to the operating room because we lost a leg. So thanks for hanging out with me this evening. Be watching for pictures of more of these. I'm going to be live again tomorrow morning. Got to figure out what I'm going to do first. But thanks so much for hanging out with me this evening. I had a ton of fun chit-chatting with all of you. Yeah, so have a great night. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.